Hello guys, this is Skeley. Today I'll be showing you how to make a zombie or a skeleton EXP farm for version 118. This is a pretty simple farm. It should really only take anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes depending on what kind of tools you have. The materials are pretty forgiving as well, so that shouldn't take too long to grab. And without any further ado, let's get right into it. The first step is just finding one of these dungeons, and I mean granted, if you're here you've probably already found one, so I'm not going to waste too much time on it. If you're still looking for one, just know that spawn rates for these dungeons did get bumped up just a little bit from previous versions, so hopefully that doesn't make it too hard for you to find one. Just like kind of flying around in these caves, there's a spider down here, zombie, and a skeleton, which we'll be using for this tutorial. Alright, so you found your spawner here. Our first step is actually just going to be clearing this area out. We need to build a 9x9x8 wide room. So that's going to be 4 blocks each horizontal direction from the spawner. And then 3 blocks above the spawner, and then 4 blocks below the spawner as well. So just go ahead and get rid of these chests. First of all, so yeah, just 4 blocks each direction from the spawner, and then 3 above and 4 below. Of course, I'm going to speed this up. No point in you guys watching me do this. So I'll just be back when I finish that. Alright, we have a room dug out here now. We have 4 blocks below the spawner, 3 blocks above the spawner, and then 4 in each direction. We'll just put that slab right here, like such. Now, our next step is going to be deciding where we want our collection room to be. Now, I've kind of scattered out the area, and it looks like our best option is actually going to be back on this wall right here. So this is where the skeletons are going to start falling down. So just go ahead and decide which wall you want that to be, and then take a right. This is going to be where we do the next part of the farm, and we'll just kind of indicate that we're going to build the collection area over here. Just go ahead and dig 2 down in a straight line all the way to right here. The very end here, we're also going to dig down 2 more. And we're going to continue back, taking out these 3, and then these 3 as well. And this block right here, we're going to leave normal as always. And we're going to change out these 2 blocks for those fences that I mentioned earlier. That is, where'd my other fence go? Okay, I don't think I've ever seen that before. Go and place a soul sand right here as well. And we'll also go ahead and place 2 of our signs, 1 right here and 1 right here. Alright, so the next step is just to dig a couple blocks back like this. You're going to dig 3 right in front of this first soul sand, and then 2 blocks back right here as well. So this is going to be like our main area where the elevator actually happens. The next step here is to dig 3 blocks this way. This is just going to be like a wall, and this will be where the skeletons actually fall, and we'll just kind of indicate that with a torch. The next step here is not really, you know, the easiest step in survival, but you're going to start digging up. So again, you can kind of do this in your own way, but you need to dig 21 blocks up from wherever this is. So if we look in the debug menu here, we can see that we are currently at y-44. So we need to head up to y-23. So let's head back over here and start digging up. The way I would recommend doing this is to just break right above you and pillar up in your trail. Alright, so we're up at negative y23 now. And we're just going to build kind of just 4 blocks out, kind of mirroring what happened at the bottom as well. And this is going to be where the skeletons kind of move over to the fall. Just go ahead and make sure that this area is 3 blocks tall so the skeletons don't get clogged or stuck up here. And we're just gonna dig straight down. Typically, you say not to do it, but for this case, it'll be okay. Just dig straight down. And you should land on where you put that torch earlier. Alright, at this point, we're just gonna go ahead and create our infinite water source. And this can also act as a way to start filling in the water just in general. I'm just gonna break this. So we're gonna need to line water on all of these blocks back here. So just start in this corner, move one block over to this one, and then we have a water source right here. And we can just kind of keep doing that over and over till we hit ourselves at the very end, like such. And the water should all flow straight down into this kind of pool right here. Grab some more water. And we're going to place a water source at the very end of our little funnel. This will bring the skeletons down into here on top of our fences. And let's go ahead and grab one last bit of water here. Right, and actually really quick before we continue, let's just kind of dig out our killing area. So I'm not going to make it too fancy since we're just doing this for the tutorial, but you can kind of make this look however you'd like. Just dig this back just a tad bit. And, you know, boom, 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 boom. And skeletons fall here, you hit their feet with a sword, and that's how you get the kills. But until then, let us start filling this thing up with water. This is not going to be super easy, but that's why we brought the kelp. So, again, you're just going to re-pillar back up. Alright, now we're back up here. Before we place the water flowing down right here, let's go ahead and put a sign right here as well. And that'll kind of stop any water from going down to the dropping chamber, of course. And we can place a water bucket right here. That'll flow that way. And eventually we'll get to something like this. And just to check to see if you did it right, just kind of see how you flow. I'm going to take off my boots for a sec. And you should just flow right on up and inside this water block right here. And if you don't, try blocking this off and letting it go again. That should reset it. And that should work perfectly. And the main issue right now is that this soul sand is not making a bubble column to kind of lift the skeletons up. And there's a pretty easy fix to that, and that's why we brought the kelp. So just kind of go ahead and start placing our kelp as you go up here, all the way up to the top, like so. And then you're going to kind of flow back down, and we'll go ahead and break it. Now, if this was done correctly, then you should be able to just kind of pop right on up. And in terms of getting down at this point, you technically can survive this fall. If you have feather falling, I wouldn't even worry about it. We'll just kind of opt to do this. There we go. But at this point here, your farm is complete. The next step would be to get rid of the torches in the spawner room. And of course, you can decorate this however you'd like. You can put some hoppers down here with some chests, maybe like an enchanting station. Whatever, this is fine. We'll just kind of use this as our escape route as well. But yeah, you're just going to go ahead and start breaking out these torches. Like such. And, oh, hey buddy. I'm just going to kind of ignore you. Now, there's kind of one important thing to note about this farm. Don't build like your collection area too far back. There's a reason why we pushed it back this way as opposed to just keep going out and dropping them there. There's a certain radius in which they'll stop spawning, so kind of just keep that in mind. Alright guys, and I want to thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I'll be sure to answer them. And of course, if you enjoyed, make sure to like or maybe even subscribe. Regardless, I'll see you guys in the next one.